Sarah Fontenot. You probably recognize her from It's Giving podcast, where she was recently asked if she was in a scenario if her husband and child, that she doesn't have, by the way, is on a sinking boat, who would she save? Podcasters will often answer random questions to engage with their followers. And her answer, is completely unbelievable. But before I get into this video, take a moment and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell.
You're married with a child.
Yes.
You and your husband and your child go out on your sailboat.
Okay.
The sailboat gets struck. It's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children. This is an impossible choice. You also have to understand that my hierarchy in my life.
I agree.
God, my man,
husband,
my children,
everything else.
And also, I just want to emphasize spouse.
Your baby and your man is in the water.
Yeah.
Your baby look like a baby. Your man look like a grown man. I'm saving my baby. Like, I love my wife, but like I just feel like my
What if she's incapacitated? What if she's knocked out?
I feel like she would be mad at me if I saved her.
She would, but she would get over it.
She said she will let her baby drown and save her husband as if he can't save himself.
Because now you a single daddy.
As a man, I can't even like go back and be like, oh yeah, I saved my wife, I let the baby die. Who am I gonna go tell that story to?
Everybody.
Like, that sounds crazy.
Let me tell you this. This is why having an integrity point and barometer with self is so important. Because if somebody said to me, you let your kids die and you saved your husband, absolutely. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't grieve, that I wouldn't be sad. I'd probably ask myself, did I make the right choice? Oh my God, are we ever going to have children again? You know, I'm getting up there in age. Having kids is hard. All of these things are real things, but I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody has to say about any decision that I made because I did it and I meant it.
Let's reverse situation. Your
Yes.
husband,
Yes.
you love so much.
Yes.
On that boat, and you and the baby.
Yeah.
The water.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
I would want him to save the child, but I would understand why he chose me.
You would be happy with him after he chose you, not the child?
This is such a challenging choice, but ultimately, my husband, I so recklessly trust my husband that in that moment, that's what made sense to him.
You can't.
And I might be mad.
Yeah.
I'm already geriatric. We might never be able to have kids again. And the grieving would be crazy for sure. But if he chose me over our children, there's a reason why. God's not done with me yet. People love the word until it's inconvenient, until there's judgment and bias around it. But when you think biblically, husband and wife should submit unto each other. You come first. You are the home front. You are the union. After God comes my husband. If I got to choose between my parents, whom I love, my mom is my very best friend, and my husband, I'm choosing my husband. And this is the problem. People are confusing marriage with being husband and wife. Those are two very different things.
Say that one more time.
Husband or wife means I am committed to this. I am submitted to the mission. I got you no matter what, under the eyes of God, through sickness and health, through all of the things that may come. That is my husband. Not I got married. Most people are just married, but they'll never experience what it means to be husband or wife. They're weak and they quit and they give up and they say, oh, well, it's just easier if I get divorced. So for me, when I have not a husband, but I have my husband, my God-sent husband, the husband that I have been waiting and praying for. When that is my guy and I make a commitment under God, he's first. I no longer belong to my father. I belong to my husband.
Did anybody's stomach turn after hearing this? This is what happens when you try to sound so deep, but you make a fool of yourself. First off, no man, no real man on top of that, will allow his child to sink. In a real situation, his child will be in the arms of his wife, and if she's unable to swim, they both will be on his back. But why couldn't she just say that? To the single men out there, this is why. You make sure that you are vetting a woman's character, because her statement, this is just pure evil. I just got to call it for what it is. And she's a beautiful woman, but not too bright. Let's see what people had to say in the comments. Someone said, I'ma hold her hand with the napkin when I say this. Even God saved the creations. Willing to drown man in a flood to save creations. Your children are your creations. That's a good point. Another person said, if you save your spouse over your child, your spouse will forever resent you and it will ultimately break the marriage. Yeah, my husband would divorce me and he have every right to. Someone with the name Tatted Up Pastor said, you choose your kids Your kids grow up, they leave you. Oh Lord. Have their own family, put you in an elderly home. Your spouse is the only one vowed to stay with you until death. A female comment under that said, yes, people don't understand because their kids not grown yet. No, she was saying everything right about marriage, but applied it to the wrong situation, wrong scenario. But these are the type of people, though, that make the word of God look like a joke. This person said, I promise you, even a real man don't agree with her. Yep. And it's a turnoff whether she believes it or not. Someone else said, I divorce my husband if he saved me over our daughter. I agree, 100%. 100%. Someone by the name Queen Rena Natural Products said, these are the women who let their husbands abuse their kids. And these men will gladly throw the woman away and save their kids or their side chick while she being a pick-me. She's telling the truth. When you try too hard for attention, you end up making a fool of yourself. Many people already call her a pick-me, and I can agree, especially after seeing this video. And I even came across a reel when she was asked if it was wrong for a woman to have sex with a man while she's, seeing someone, even though they aren't official. And she said, yeah, because women are to be abstinent, but it's okay to not expect that from a man because, well, a man's going to be a man. She most definitely gave off pick-me vibes. Y'all let me know in the comments your thoughts on this one. But yeah, everything she said concerning marriage, it's true, but she used that out of context. That just goes to show, like, you can have head knowledge all day, but if you really don't have heart knowledge of the thing, understand the heart of it and how to apply it to a situation, if that makes any sense anyway. But anyway, that's enough of my thoughts. Drop you all's thoughts in the comments below. Blessings.